Now that is what I would call a spoon. Oh yeah. The following story was told to me by the poet Morchador o Yumlan. Now, if you haven't heard of Morchador, then you're probably not from a triangular geographical area in South Sligo between the parishes of Gormiacta, Hoblet, Graniker and Shanlabba Oakter. And if you haven't heard of them, then you should probably know that Morchador is a postman, because the story he told me was about his first week working in the post office, specifically the Thursday that week. And how it happened was, Morchador went into work on the fourth day that morning nice and early, 5 o'clock in the morning as usual, and which wasn't unusual according to the previous 3 days. The supervisor said to him, "Hey Morchador, go upstairs and get a map on the roads." So, what that involved the previous 3 days was going up 2 flights of stairs into an office, onto a table there was a stack of maps, and bringing one down. But not that Thursday morning. That Thursday morning, Morchador counted 368 flights of stairs. So many flights of stairs that by the time he got to the top of them, it was evening. And instead of an office, he found himself standing in a forest clearing with a tree line about 300 metres all around. And it was almost pitch black. And the only light he could find was coming from directly above. And when he looked up, he saw the 3 Jupiterian moons of Io, Europa and Ganymede. And next thing he heard shouting. And the shouting was coming from the tree line at the edge of the clearing. And when he looked over, there was a small tubby fella in a red pullover jumping up and down mental. "Hey, hey, hey, what the hell are you doing standing out in the middle of the open? Don't you realise there's a cantabular clip on the loose? Quick, kick it in the rundigans before it mushes you into flundle." Now, according to Morchador, if he ever gets to write a poem about what happened, what he's going to do is he's going to change his next word into, "Excuse me, sir, but you need to clearly explain the doings that are currently transpiring." But because it was reality, he didn't have time. And what he actually said was, "What?" Now, the reason he didn't have time was because that instant he got a slap across the head which threw him sideways. Now, I said, "What does a cantabular glint look like?" And he couldn't say. All he could say was that it was big and hairy and smelled of cabbage. And at that moment in time, his only option was to fight or run. But judging by the force of the slap, he wasn't going to win a brawl. So he ran. He ran forwards and backwards and round in a big circles. And lucky for Morchador, it turns out cantabular glyms are absolutely shite at running. So he kept running, and eventually he found himself back at the stairs and ran down all 368 flights of stairs. And when he got back into the depot, the supervisor was standing there, tapping his watch. "Morchador, where the hell were you? You've been gone for 3 weeks. And Morchador explained. He told the supervisor about the 368 flights of stairs, about the Jupiterian moons of Io, Europa and Ganymede, about the ferocious cantabular glimp, and then the return journey down the 368 flights of stairs. And when he had finished, the supervisor just rolled his eyes and says, "Give me strength. Come here, just go and do your deliveries, will you?" But as he was walking out of the depot, the supervisor called after him. "Hey, Morchador, stop there a minute. Come here a minute, will you? Tell me this. Was there a fat fella in red jumper up there with you?" Morchador said, "Yes, there was." "And, did you do what he said?" And Morchador said, "No." And the supervisor said, "Well, it's a good job you didn't, because that man is a liar. He knows fucking nothing about cantabular glimps." Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that's a load of shite. But I watched Morchador's face as he told me that story, and he had the look of a man that was pure serious. And in any case, the internet is a load of bollocks anyway. Now, don't mind me, I have to get back to putting spoons in the fire. 148. That's a good one. 149. 150.